Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, October 27, 2023. Today we're going to recap everything from yesterday, look ahead to today, World Series pick, the news and notes, best bet, and the Fab Five as well. We'll start with Thursday Night Football. We have to do everything rapid fire because I'm short on time. I apologize for that. As the Bills win 24-18. They're 5-3. Tampa's 3-4. Much needed win for Josh Allen and the Bills. All right, let's get right into it for Sunday. To kick things off is Rams Cowboys on Fox. The Cowboys, I project as an 8.5-point favorite, total of 42 3/10. And the Cowboys, I think that was where the line was, somewhere around that. 6.5 and 45.5. Woo! Under will be the pick for the show, and then Dallas will be the secondary pick. But I suggest avoid this in the survivor pool. Vikings Packers. I project Green Bay by 1, total 43.5, and it is Vikings 1.5, total 41.5. So I'm going to hold my nose and take Green Bay. I do not like the pick very much because of all their injuries, so I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers plus 1.5 and plus 110. Falcons Titans. That game is on CBS. I project Atlanta by 5, total 36 and 1/10, and it is 2.5 and 35.5. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Atlanta, even if it goes to 3, I'd lay it. I don't trust Desmond Ridder, but I don't trust Will Levis, who's starting for Tennessee. Saints Colts on Fox. My projection is Saints 2.5, total 44 and 9/10, and it's 1 and 43.5. I'm going to do a slight lean to the Saints for that one. Patriots Dolphins on CBS. My projection is Dolphins by 9, total 50 and 7/20. And we have 9.5 and 46.5. Over all the way. Jets Giants from MetLife. That game is also on CBS. This is the Iron Eagle lock. It is a lock that Iron Eagle's doing this game. A lock. I don't see how he's not, because Nance and Romo are going to be elsewhere, which is unfortunate. I project the Giants by 3, total 37 and 4/5, but that if Daniel Jones and Andrew Thomas do not play, it's Jets by 1. If it's no Jones but Thomas plays, it's Pick'em. And it's Jets by 3, total 36.5. I'm taking Big Blue plus the 3 and plus 136. This is going to be your, of course, the Jets lost type of game of the season, and then everyone's going to remember the real Zach Wilson. Giants all the way, baby. Maybe that's just the Giants fan of me, but that's how I feel. And I know the history of the Jets, too. And it would be fitting for the Jets to lose here. Jaguars Steelers on CBS. My line is Steelers 1.5, total 42. And it is Jags by 2.5, total 40.5. I'm taking the Steelers again, plus 2.5 and plus 120. Why does nobody believe in this team? Or at least in their ability to win these games. On Fox, Eagles Commanders. I have Eagles by 6, total 46 and 9/10. We saw this matchup a couple weeks ago. And it's 7 and 43.5. I like the over. There's going to be a lot of points in this game. There's a lot of points in the last time these two teams met, too. 4 o'clock window on Fox. Or no, one more in the 1 o'clock window. I missed one. Texans Panthers. I don't know why I thought this was a 4 o'clock game. It's not. I have Texans by 3, total 45.5. And it's 3.5 and 43.5. I'm going to take the over. I want to bet on this game, so I'm glad that the total opportunity popped up. Now we go to the 4 o'clock window. Browns Seahawks, 4 o'clock on Fox. I have Seahawks by 5, total 42 and 3/5. But if Watson doesn't play, that goes to 9. Whoa, baby. And it's 3.5 and 37.5. Boy, Okay. I don't think Watson's going to play. So I'm going to lay the points with Seattle as my pick. And I also like the over. So I'm going to kind of make a change on the fly here. Because I heard Watson's not playing. And I don't know why it said questionable. Everyone said that P.J. Walker is starting. So I'm laying it with the Seattle Seahawks again. CBS, Ravens, Cardinals. I have Ravens 8.5, total 41 and a fifth. And it's 9.5 and 44.5. I like the under in that game. Chiefs, Broncos. I have the Chiefs by 6.5, total 46 and a quarter, and it's 7.5 and 47.5. So very close with this one. Slight under. Bengals 49ers, that's the Nance Romo game. It's not the game we thought it was before the season, though, with all these injuries on both sides. More so the 49ers now. I have 49ers by 2.5, total 41 and a tenth. That's with no Brock Purdy. And it's 4.5 and 43.5. I like the Bengals, and I like the under a lot. So the pick for the podcast is going to be the under. Though, but I also would consider throwing the Bengals in some underdog parlays. And last but not least, Sunday Night Football on NBC, Bears-Chargers. I have the Chargers by 7.5, total 49 and 13/20, and it's 8.5 and 46.5. I like the over, even with the backup quarterback. I thought that they put up some points, and then I think the Chargers are going to put up a lot of points against the crummy Bears defense. All right, college football. I'll try to be quick with college football. We'll go over the results from yesterday, and then we'll do our thing. There was only 2 games yesterday. Virginia Tech over Syracuse 38-10, and Georgia Southern over Georgia State 44-27. And tonight, 7:30 on ESPN2, FAU and Charlotte. My projection here is pick them in 43 and a fifth. Lines are going to be a little different because I factored in injuries into the lines too. Let's see if that helps in terms of picks. And it's FAU 3.5, total 43.5. I'm taking Charlotte plus the points and plus 152 outright. All right, Saturday, 12 o'clock, ABC, number 4, Florida State and Wake Forest. I have Florida State by 15, total 52 and 7/10. And it's 20.5 and 50.5. Wake in the points. On Fox, number 6, Oklahoma at Kansas. I have Oklahoma 5.5, total 61 and 3/20, and it's 9.5 and 65.5. I like the under. I'm actually glad that the under opened up for me, considering Jalen Daniels is still hurt. CBS, Indiana at number 10, Penn State. I have Penn State 22.5, total 48 and 3/10. 31.5 and 45.5. I'm taking Indiana in the points, just to cover. CBS Sports Network, UMass Army. I have Army by 10, total 56 in the fifth. And it's 10 and 50.5. Over. Maryland Northwestern, Big Ten Network. I have Maryland 12.5, total 49. And it's 13.5 and 48.5. Very, very close numbers. So slight lean Northwestern. I don't like that. South Carolina, Texas A&M on ESPN. I have A&M by 3.5, total 55 and a quarter. And it's 15.5 and 52.5. I'm taking South Carolina. Texas A&M, I think, is the most overvalued team in the country. Houston, Kansas State, ESPN2. I have Kansas State 14.5, total 57 and 3/5. And it's 17.5 and 59.5. I'm taking Houston in the point. Fox Sports 1, West Virginia, UCF. I have UCF by 3, total 59, and it's UCF by 7, total 58.5. I'm taking West Virginia getting to 7. That's a lot of points. Tulsa, SMU on ESPNU. My line is SMU 18.5, total 52 and 9/10, and it is 20.5 and 57.5. Under. 1 o'clock, Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan. I have Eastern by 15.5, total 48. And it's Western by 2.5, total 47.5. I don't get the hate towards Eastern Michigan. Give me Eastern plus 2.5 and plus 114. Clemson, NC State on CW Network. My line is Clemson 4.5 total 50, and it's 9.5 and 43.5. That's ridiculous. But I like the over better. 3 o'clock, Memphis, North Texas. I have Memphis by 3, total 64 and 3/20, and it is 7.5 and 67.5. I like North Texas plus the points. All right, 3:30, CBS, number 1 Georgia at Florida. I have Georgia by 10, total 51 and 3/5, and it's 14.5 and 49.5. I'm taking Florida in the points. ABC, BYU at number 7, Texas. I have Texas by 9, total 51 and 17/20, and it's 19.5 and 50.5. I'm taking BYU getting the points. Number 8, Oregon. Number 13, Utah on Fox. I have Oregon by 4, total 51 and a 5th. That's with all the injuries, and it's 6.5 and 47.5. Over, believe it or not. I think the Oregon offense will do well, even in Provo. It's a day game, not a night game. On NBC, Pitt at number 14, Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame by 22, total 50 and 3/4, and it's 20.5 and 44.5. I like the over. A fun one on ESPN, number 20, Duke, and number 18, Louisville. I have Louisville by 6, so 49 and 10th. Louisville needs a game, but it's 4.5 and 46.5. I like the over. On the SEC Network, Mississippi State, Auburn. I have Auburn by a half, total 51 and 3/5. And it's 6.5 and 41.5. I can't believe Auburn's favored by that much, but I like the over more. Michigan State, Minnesota, Big Ten Network. I have Michigan State by 7. Or I'm sorry, Minnesota by 17, total 45 and 7/10. And it's 7 and 40.5. I'm going to lay with Minnesota. Fox Sports 1, Purdue, Nebraska. I have Nebraska by 11, total 45 and 9/10. And it's 2.5 and 39.5. I'm going to lay the points in Nebraska. Virginia, Miami, ACC Network. I have Miami 20.5, total 55 and a 20th. And it's 18.5 and 47.5. I like the over. Iowa State, Baylor. I have Pick'em in 48 and a 20th. And it is Iowa State 2.5, total 47.5. I'm taking Baylor plus the points at even money. East Carolina, UTSA. I have UTSA 21, total 47 and 4/5. And it's 18.5 and 46.5. I'm going to lay it with UTSA. Southern Miss, App State. I have App State 12.5, total 60 and 11/20, and it's 16.5 and 55.5. Over. Miami of Ohio against Ohio, CBS Sports Network. I have Ohio 9.5, total 42 and 4/5. And it's 7.5 and 39.5. Over. Number 22, Tulane at Rice at 4 o'clock on ESPN2. I have Tulane 6.5, total 55 and 3/4. And it's 10.5 and 53.5. I'm taking Rice plus the points. Number 25, USC at Cal on the Pac-12 Network. I have USC by 9, total 68 and 9/20. And it's 10.5 and 66.5. Slight over. Arkansas State, UL Monroe at 5 o'clock. I have Arkansas State by 2.5, total 54 and 11/20. And it's UL Monroe by 2, total 56.5. I'm taking Arkansas State plus 2 and plus 114. Louisiana, South Alabama. I have South Alabama 5.5, total 57 and 4/5. And it's 10.5 and 55.5. I'm taking UL Lafayette plus 10.5. Wyoming, Boise 5:30, Fox Sports 2. I have Boise by a half, total 56 and a 10th. And it's 5.5 and 48.5. Over. Marshall, Coastal Carolina on the NFL Network at 6 o'clock. I have Coastal by 8.5, total 53.5. And it's Marshall by 4, total 45.5. That's whack. Whack, wrong team's favor. Give me Coastal plus the points and plus 155 outright. Number 5, Washington at Stanford on Fox Sports 1 at 7 o'clock. I have Washington by 20, total 58 and 3/5. And we got here that game like off the board. Oh, there it is. 26.5 and 60.5. I'm taking Stanford plus the points. Oh, it is a 7 o'clock game. CBS Sports Network, number 19, Air Force at Colorado State. I don't know why I thought that game was on at 6. Air Force 14.5, total 55.5, and it is 13.5 and 46.5. Over, way over. Number 21, Tennessee at Kentucky, ESPN. I have Kentucky 3.5 total 52 and 19/20, and it is Tennessee 3.5 total 51. I'm taking Kentucky plus the points and plus 146. Troy Texas State. I have Texas State by a half total 53 and 7/20, and it is Troy by 6.5 total 53.5. Give me Texas State plus the points and plus 210 outright. That's insane. 7:30 NBC. Number 3 Ohio State at Wisconsin. I have Ohio State 6.5 total 44 and 9/10. Or 9/20, and it's 14.5 and 45.5. Give me Wisconsin and Madison plus the 14.5 to cover. SEC Network Vandy at number 12 Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss 26.5 total 62 and 13/20, and it is 24.5 and 63.5. I'm going to lay it with Ole Miss. ABC Colorado at number 23 UCLA. They need to stop putting Colorado in these primetime spots. Like, they're finished. They're overrated. They might not win a game for the rest of the year. I have UCLA 8.5 total 58.25. And it's 16.5 and 6.5. And all that said, I just trashed Colorado. I think they covered the spread. 8 o'clock ACC Network, number 17 North Carolina, Georgia Tech. I have Carolina by 18 total 59 and 3/20. And 11.5 and 63.5. I'm going to lay with North Carolina, but remind me not to put them in Fat 5 because they're on my shit list for losing to crummy Virginia. ESPNU, Old Dominion, number 25, James Madison. I have JMU by 16.5, total 50 and 3/5. And it's 20.5 and 48.5. I love watching James Madison play, but betting against them when the numbers next to their name is fun, especially when it's right off the bat. So give me Old Dominion plus the points to cover. Pac-12 Network, Washington State, Arizona State. I have Wazoo 4.5 total 53 and 1/10, and it's 5.5 and 51.5. Slight over. Cincinnati, Oklahoma State on ESPN2. I have Oklahoma State by 11 total 58 and 20th, and it is 7.5 and 52.5. I'm going to lay with Oklahoma State, amazingly enough. Number 11 Oregon State at Arizona on ESPN. I have Oregon State 3.5 total 55 and 9/20. And it's 3.5 and 56.5. Slight under. New Mexico, Nevada, CBS Sports Network. I have New Mexico 4.5 total 56 and 20th, and it's Nevada 1.5 total 49.5. That's a hard one, but I'm going to do the over. Illinois, Fresno State, Fox Sports 1. I have Fresno 8.5 total 58 and 20th, and it's 7.5 and 57.5. Slight Fresno State. And last but not least, at midnight, San Jose State, Hawaii. I have San Jose State 7.5 total 61 and 4/5, and it's 10.5 and 58.5. I'm going to take the over. All right, on to the NBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and then look ahead to tonight and the weekend. We're going to rapid fire the picks, though, like we just did for college football. Bucks over the Sixers, 118-117. Lakers over the Suns, 195. All right, tonight's window, 7 o'clock Pistons, Hornets. I have the Hornets by 5.5 total 216 and 9/10, and it is 4 and 227. Under. Nuggets, Grizzlies. I have Denver 4.5 total 224 and 1/10, and it's 5.5 and 222. Oh, I forgot to factor in no Ja Morant. Let me do that real quick. So now I have it 6.5 for the Nuggets total. So doesn't change my pick though, the over. It just changes my number. It's still right around the same number though. Not a big deal. 7:30 Knicks Hawks. I have Hawks by 2 total 225, and it is Hawks 1.5 total 229.5. I like the under in that game. ESPN Heat Celtics. I have Celtics 9.5 total 215 and 7/10. I would guess for this one, Mike Breen, Doris Burke, and it's 8.5 and 217. I'm gonna do a slight under. Thunder Cavs. I have Cavs 2.5 total 226 and 3/5, and it's 3 and 226.5. Very close numbers. Slight thunder. 8 o'clock Raptors Bulls. I have the Raptors 3.5 total 216 and 9/10. And it's Bulls 2.5 total 16.5. That's ridiculous. Give me the Raptors getting the 2.5 and plus 116 outright. Rocket Spurs. I have Pick'em in 228 in the 10th, and it is Spurs by 3 total 226. That, my friends, is a favoritism towards Wembanyama -3. Under. Or, I'm sorry, over. Nets Mavs at 8:30. I have Mavs 8.5 total 231 and a fifth, and it's 6 and 231.5. I'm going to lay the 6 with the Mavericks. I don't like that pick, but I'll do it, as my numbers say it. 9:30 Clippers Jazz. I have Clippers by 4 total 235 and a 10th, and it's 4 and 229 over. A lot of my spreads have been pretty good right off the bat here. Magic Blazers at 10. I have Magic 4.5 total 223 and a 20th. And it's 3 and 223.5. Slightly in Orlando. And last but not least, Warriors Kings on ESPN. I know Doc Rivers is doing this game. But the question is with who? Is it probably Mark Jones? It's probably Mark Jones and Doc Rivers would be my guess for that one. I have Kings by 5 total 232 and a fifth, and it's 2.5 and 238.5. I like the under in that game. That's way too many points. And I know Draymond's not there, which hurts the defense, but I think that's a high total. All right, Saturday, 7 o'clock NBA TV. Knicks, Pelicans, Bulls, Pistons, Grizzlies, Wizards, 7:30 Pacers, Cavs, Sixers, Raptors, 8 o'clock Heat, Timberwolves, and 10 o'clock NBA TV, Jazz, Suns. Sunday, 3:30 Nuggets, Thunder, 7 o'clock Rockets hosting the Warriors, Hawks, Bucks, 7:30 Blazers, Sixers, 9 o'clock NBA TV, Spurs, Clippers, then Lakers, Kings. Okay, now move on to the NHL. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to the weekend coming up. Ducks over the Bruins 4-3 in OT. Habs over the Jackets 4-3 in OT. Jets over the Red Wings 4-1, so best bet lost. Lightning over the Sharks 6-0. Pens over the Avs 4-0. Canes over the Kraken 3-2 in OT. Flyers over the Wild 6-2. Isles over the Sens 3-2. Leafs over the Stars 4-1. Rangers over the Oilers 3-0. Blues over the Flames 3-0. All right. Friday, 6 o'clock, NHL Network. Blackhawks, Golden Knights. So a matinee game in Vegas on a Friday. Vegas minus 315. Blackhawks plus 250. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 134. Unders plus 110. Blackhawks plus 1.5 is even money. Knights minus 1.5 is minus 120. Weird start time. I'm taking the Blackhawks spread. So plus 1.5 even money. Sabres, Devils. Devils minus 194, Sabres plus 160, over under 6.5, overs minus 164, unders plus 134, Sabres plus 1.5 is minus 142, Devils minus 1.5 is plus 118. That's a difficult call, but I'm going to go, I'm going to do an interesting one. Overtime, 4-1. Wild Capitals. Capitals minus 126. Wild plus 105. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Wild plus 1.5 is minus 230. Caps minus 1.5 is plus 188. I think this is a bounce back spot for Minnesota. Plus 105 outright. Sharks, Canes. Canes minus 100. Sharks plus 310. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 108. Unders minus 132. Sharks plus 1.5 is plus 128. Canes minus 1.5 is minus 154. I'm going to do... Oh my God, that's a hard one. I'm going to go with the over. I don't feel good about it. 10 o'clock, you have the Blues and the Canucks. Not a bad game. Both teams have a decent amount of points. Canucks minus 192. Blues plus 158 over under 6.5. Overs plus 104. Unders minus 128. Blues plus 1.5 is minus 156. Canucks minus 1.5 is plus 130. I like the Blues at plus 158 to pull off the outright upset. And then Kings, Coyotes. Kings minus 134. Coyotes plus 112 over under 6.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Kings minus 1.5 is plus 176. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 215. I like the over. All right, Saturday, 1 o'clock, Ducks, Flyers, 6 o'clock, Kraken, Panthers, 7 o'clock, Red Wings, Bruins, Jets, Canadiens, Sens, Pens, Isles, Blue Jackets, Leafs, Preds, 10 o'clock, Rangers, Canucks, 10:30, Golden Knights, Kings. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Avs, Sabres, 5 o'clock, Wild, Devils, and Sharks, Caps. And then on TBS at 7 o'clock is the Heritage Classic between the Flames and the Oilers. That is going to be held at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton. All right, the World Series. It begins tonight, 8 o'clock on Fox. You have Joe Davis, you have John Smoltz, you have Tom Verducci, and Ken Rosenthal. I gave out my pick on yesterday's show for the series. And then going for pitching night, Zach Gallen and Nathan Eovaldi. Probably the two best pitchers on each team right now. Although you could argue Jordan Montgomery for Texas in terms of how well he's pitched. The Rangers are minus 162. The D-backs are plus 136. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 154. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 128. For this one, I'm going to go with over 4.5 Ranger runs, minus 102. I don't think Zach Gallen's been that good in the playoffs. And I think they'll score more than that. And then Game 2 starters at 8 o'clock, Merrill Kelly and then TBD. Think Jordan Montgomery's going to go Game 2? We'll see. If not him, an off short rest, it's probably going to be like Andrew Heaney or somebody like that. I think it depends on if they win Game 1 or not, who's going to go for the Rangers in Game 2. And then it resumes on Monday because Sunday's an off day. Now move on to soccer. We have a lot of soccer to get into. I'm not going to give out picks except for MLS playoffs. So that's where we'll start. All right, so Saturday, 5 o'clock, the Philadelphia Union and the New England Revolution from Subaru Park. That is going to be an interesting game. The Union are minus 150. The Revolution are plus 350. The draw is 3-1. I need the Union to win because I have a future on them to win it all because I got them at a good number. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at plus 156 as the Union go up 1-0 in the best of 3. And then at 8 o'clock, LAFC, Vancouver. LAFC is minus 200. Vancouver's plus 440. Draws plus 350. I'm going to do over 3.5 goals at plus 156. So LAFC and the Union both in prime, well, not in prime time, but LAFC's prime time, but the Union and LAFC back to back. It's crazy that they're LAFC's the 3 seed. Okay, they're both like not top 2 seeds. And then 6 o'clock Sunday, Houston, Salt Lake. Houston minus 145, Salt Lake plus 340, draws 3-1. I like under 2.5 goals plus 140. Cincinnati Red Bulls. Cincinnati minus 115. The Red Bulls plus 280. Draw plus 260. I like Cincinnati at minus 115. Then 10 o'clock St. Louis KC. St. Louis plus 105. KC plus 220. Draw plus 260. I'm gonna go with the draw plus 260. I think that's a draw. All right. We're gonna do quickly. Premier League. Today, 3 o'clock, Crystal Palace, Tottenham. Saturday, 7:30, Chelsea, Brentford. 10 o'clock, Bournemouth, Burnley. Arsenal, Sheffield United. And 12:30, Wolves, Newcastle. Sunday, 9 o'clock, West Ham, Everton. 10 o'clock, Aston Villa, Luton. Brighton, Fulham. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. And 11:30, Man United, Man City. Nothing in the Women's League. Liga MX tonight. 9 o'clock, Necaxa, Unam, and 11 o'clock, Mazatlán, Cartero. Saturday, 7 o'clock, Cruz Azul, Leon. 8 o'clock, Guadalajara, Tigres, Pachuca, Puebla, and 11 o'clock, Monterrey, America. And then Sunday, 2 o'clock, Toluca, Athletic, San Luis. 9 o'clock, Santos, Juarez, and 11 o'clock, Tijuana, Atlas. Bundesliga today, 2:30, Bochum, Mainz. Saturday, 9:30, Bayern, Darmstadt, Gladbach, Heidenheim, Augsburg, Wolfsburg, Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, Bremen, Union Berlin, and 12:30, RB Leipzig and Cologne. And then Sunday, 10:30, ESPN2, Frankfurt, Dortmund, and 12:30, Leverkusen and Freiburg. La Liga. Tonight, or today at 3 o'clock, Girona, Celta Vigo. Saturday, 8 o'clock, Almeria, Las Palmas, 10:15. Barcelona, Real Madrid, 12:30. Mallorca, Getafe, 3 o'clock, Cadiz, Sevilla. And then Sunday, 9 o'clock, Betis, Osasuna, 11:15. Real Sociedad, 1:30. Athletic Valencia, 4 o'clock, Atletico and Alaves. Serie A today, 2:45, Genoa and Salernitana. And then tomorrow, Sassuolo Bologna at 9, at 12, Lecce Torino, and 2:45, Juventus Verona. Sunday, 7:30 a.m., Cagliari and Frosinone. 10 o'clock, Monza Udinese. 1 o'clock, Inter Milan AS Roma, and 3:45, Napoli Milan. French League 1 today, 3 o'clock, Clermont-Foot and Nice. Saturday, 11 o'clock, Reims Lorient, and 3 o'clock, Lens Nantes. And then Sunday, 8 o'clock, Brest PSG, 10 o'clock, Lille Monaco, Metz Le Havre, Montpellier Toulouse, Rennes Strasbourg at 12, and 3:45, Marseille Lyon. Dutch Eredivisie today at 2 o'clock, Vitesse PEC Zwolle. Saturday, 12:45, Heerenveen Heracles, 2 o'clock. Almere City Go Ahead Eagles, Sparta RKC Waldrick, and 3 o'clock, Fortuna FC Utrecht. And then Sunday, 7:15, FC Twente and Feyenoord, 9:30, FC Volendam and Excelsior, PSV Ajax, and 11:45, AZ Alkmaar and NEC. USL this weekend, only 2 games. Tonight, 10:30, Sacramento, San Antonio, and then tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Charleston, Birmingham, 7:30, Louisville, Detroit, and then 10 o'clock, Orange County and Phoenix. And then ELC for this weekend. Tomorrow, 7:30, Leeds, Huddersfield, Southampton, Birmingham, 10 o'clock, Blackburn, Swansea, Cardiff, Bristol City, Hull, Preston, Ipswich, Plymouth, Borough, Stoke, QPR, Leicester, Sunderland, Norwich City, and Watford, Millwall. And then Sunday at 9 a.m., Sheffield Wednesday, and Rotherham. There you have it for soccer. Now move on to NASCAR. We will go over the races for this weekend. All right. Only Xfinity Cup this weekend. So tomorrow, 3:30 on USA for Martinsville, the Dead On Tools 250. Just want to give out picks for these very quickly. For this race, I'm going to go Brandon Jones 14-1 to win the Dead On Tools 250. And then the Cup Series, the Xfinity 500 on NBC for Martinsville. How is Kyle Busch only 17-1? He's due to come through. I'm going to say Kyle at 17-1 to win the Xfinity 500. All right, news and notes. We're going to do it rapid fire style because that's been the theme of the show. Just right now from Adam Schefter, Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed have cleared concussion protocol and expected to play on Sunday against the Giants. That is big for the Jets secondary. Jason Kelce teases retirement as he admits that this could be his final season. Jalen Ramsey says there's a chance he returns on Sunday. Carl Larson is quote on the trade buzz. He said he wants more playing time. Kevin Durant's mom, Wanda, had a crush on Hakeem Olajuwon. And Durant passing Olajuwon on the scoring list was meaningful. Giannis said this was Dame's team. I disagree with that. Giannis should know it's still his team. And then Joel Embiid did the Mutombo wave. That's not good. That's karma. The Clippers offered Terrence Mann for Drew Holiday as the Sixers wanted Terrence in the Harden trade since he was offered to the Blazers. So maybe that's getting closer. And then security stopped James Harden from getting on the Sixers team flight. That's disgusting. And And Jalen Ramsey is planning to come back against the Pats. And then Jalen Ramsey actually tweeted it. Or posted it on X. Northwestern State cancels the rest of its season following the shooting death of safety Ronnie Caldwell, and the head coach Brad Laird resigns. That's just an awful situation. As we know, prayers to that organization and Caldwell's family, and there's definitely more to the Brad Laird resigning thing. The FBI investigating Michigan as the UN police and the FBI partnered to investigate alleged computer crimes by former offensive coordinator Matt Weiss. That situation's a mess. Devin Booker and Bradley Beal sat out that Laker game last night. Leo Messi's up for newcomer of the year in soccer. And then the MVP shortlist is Thiago Almada, Dennis Bouanga, and Luciano Acosta for MLS MVP. We'll see who wins that. Knicks guard Dante DiVincenzo docked $2,000 by the NBA for flopping. TCU knew Michigan stole signs as the Horned Frogs used Michigan's alleged sign stealing against them in the Fiesta Bowl upset. Wow. Hunter Travis and Shader Sanders sat courtside at an NBA game for their first time ever, and their reactions were priceless. And then the NCAA staff visited Michigan as it's taking high priority. Dawson Knox likely going on IR. That's not good for the Bills because of the wrist injury. And Senators player Shane Pinto suspended for 41 games for sports betting related activities. Yikes. He was probably betting on his own team. And sad news that broke out 2 nights ago, just forgot to mention it on the show yesterday, is that there was a shooting in Maine where there were several people killed, and they are on their way with the manhunt. So thoughts and prayers to everybody in Lewiston, Maine. Just a very sad situation. And once we have information whether they found the person or not, we'll let you know. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Best bet lost yesterday. Took the over in the Red Wings Jets game. That was not meant to be. Fun fact is that I almost hit a same game parlay yesterday. All right, so best bet's going to be a quarter unit. I'm going to go to the NBA, and and there's one that I loved, and I'm like, that's best bet. I'm going to take the Raptors getting the 2.5 against the Bulls. I think the Bulls stink, and I like what I saw from the Raptors in their first game, so I'm going to lay a quarter unit on the Raptors getting the 2.5 against the Bulls in Chicago. And now the Fab Five. We're going to start in college. We usually start in college with the Fab Five. Fab Five was harder to figure out this time around. So there's a couple that I like. I love South Carolina getting the 15.5 at Texas A&M. I'm going to lay a 1/10 of a unit per pick. So first one, South Carolina plus 15.5 at Texas A&M. Pick number 2. I am going to go back to the well and take the over in the Clemson game. So over 43.5 in Clemson, NC State. It's pick number 2. Pick number 3. I am going to take like I said, this is not an easy slate to pick from. I'm going to lay 7 with Minnesota against Michigan State. That is extremely low. I'm going to lay 7 with Minnesota against NC State. That's 3 picks. Right, the over in the Clemson game. South Carolina, Minnesota, so that's 3. And I'm surprised that line's that low. The 4th pick of Fab 5, I am going to take Coastal Carolina +4 against Marshall. I just don't think Marshall should be a road favorite against Coastal Carolina. And then the final regular pick for Fab 5, it's just going to be the, there's one that jumped out. Where is it? I am going to do, for the final pick of Fab 5, Nebraska -2.5 against Purdue. That is extremely low. And then the underdog pick of the week, I'm going to take Texas State +210 to knock out Troy. That is crazy that they're over 2-1 to win that game. Now the NFL Fab 5. So pick number 1 in the NFL Fab 5. I am going to take I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Giants getting the 3 against the Jets. I just think that the Jets are overrated. And this is your classic, of course, it's the Jets type of game. Pick number 2 in the Fab 5. I'm going to go with the over in Patriots-Dolphins. The Patriot offense showed signs of life last week. And I know the Dolphins might be getting Ramsey back, but he's not 100%. And they have some other guys in their secondary that are unhealthy. And the Dolphins offense is going to just destroy the Patriots defense. All right, next pick. I am going, so that's 2. Next pick on the board, I am going to take is, I don't love the pick in terms of this is not something I would do, but I just think this number's high. I'm going to take the under in the Raven-Cardinal game for pick number 3. I just don't like taking unders. I got to lay it with Seattle against the Browns. No Watson. It's just perfect. And then the final pick of the Fab 5. Believe it or not, I'm thinking about one more under. I love the under in the Cowboy game. So, but it's -118. So that's that. And then your underdog outright upset. I have a couple of nominees for this. And you notice something, I actually avoided Pittsburgh in the Fab 5 this week because I went with them every single week. So I'm going to go with somebody different for underdog of the week. And I'm going to go with the team I root for. Call me stupid if this doesn't hit. I'm taking the Giants at +136. like I said, this is all the makings of, regardless of who's at quarterback for the Giants, too, this is all the makings of course, the Jets lost this game. They're the Jets, and Zach Wilson's still their quarterback. So, Giants plus 136 to upset the Jets. So, there you have it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything. We've got everything on Monday as well. Have a great weekend, everyone.